Right now. You are waiting, waiting for something to change, waiting for an answer, waiting for a breakthrough, and the longer it takes, the harder it becomes to stay positive. You start thinking, why is it taking so long? Did God forget me? But Jesus is saying, my child. This delay is not a denial, it is preparation. Just because it hasn't happened yet, does not mean it won't happen. Just because you don't see movement, does not mean nothing is moving. Behind the scenes, things are being arranged, people are being positioned, situations are being aligned, the right moment is being prepared. Jesus says, my child. I am not late, I am working in perfect timing. You may want it now, but I know when it's right, because sometimes, if I give it too early, it won't last. If I open the door too soon, you won't be ready. So I wait, not to deny you, but to prepare you. Jesus is saying, my child. Trust the waiting season, it is shaping you into who you need to become. Right now, your patience is growing, your strength is building, your faith is being tested and strengthened, because what is coming is not small, it requires a stronger version of you, and that is who you are becoming right now. Jesus says, my child. Do not lose faith in the delay, your answer is closer than you think. Now. Something is beginning to shift, the waiting that once felt heavy, is starting to feel different. You may not see the full answer yet, but you can feel that something is changing. Jesus is saying, my child. The season of waiting is coming to an end. I am sending you signs, pay attention. These signs may not be loud, they may come quietly, in simple moments, but they are real. You may begin to notice a sudden sense of peace replacing your worry, small progress where there was once none, new opportunities appearing unexpectedly. These are not coincidences, these are confirmations. Jesus says, my child. Before I release the blessing, I let you feel the shift. This shift happens within you first. Your mindset begins to change, your thoughts become clearer, your heart feels lighter, and slowly, your situation starts to follow. You may also notice something else. You are no longer as anxious as before, you are not chasing the answer anymore, you are trusting it. Jesus is saying, my child. This calmness you feel is not random, it is a sign that I am in control. This is the moment where waiting turns into expectation, where doubt turns into belief, where fear turns into quiet confidence. You may not have everything yet, but deep inside, you know it's coming, and that knowing is powerful. Jesus says, my child. Stay ready. What you have been waiting for is closer than ever. Now. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The shift you felt is no longer just inside you, it is showing up in your life. Jesus is saying, my child. What you have been waiting for is now beginning to appear. The answer is no longer hidden. At first, it may come quietly, not as something dramatic, but as something real, a new opportunity, a clear solution, a sudden change in your situation, and something inside you will recognize it, a deep knowing, this is it. You may begin to notice movement in an area that was once stuck, clarity where there was confusion, progress where there was delay. This is not coincidence, this is your answer, taking form. Jesus says, my child. Receive what I am giving you, even if it looks small, it carries great purpose. Because this is how transformation begins, not all at once, but step by step. The mistake many make is waiting for something big, and missing the small beginning. But the truth is, every big blessing starts small. Jesus is saying, my child. Do not overlook this moment, this is the door you prayed for. You may feel a mix of emotions, relief, hope, even disbelief, because after all the waiting, it's finally happening. But stay grounded, stay focused, because this is just the beginning. What you see now will grow into something even greater. Now, everything begins to move faster. The answer you started to see is no longer small, it is growing. What felt like a simple change is now creating real impact in your life. Jesus is saying, my child. When I begin something, I do not leave it incomplete. What I started in your life is now becoming a breakthrough. You may begin to notice progress happening quicker than before, one opportunity leading to another, situations clearly turning in your favor. This is no longer just a sign, this is transformation. The area of your life that felt stuck is now moving forward with strength. The delay that once frustrated you is now making sense. Jesus says, my child. Now you see why I made you wait. Everything had to align for this moment. At this stage, momentum builds. Things don't stop like before, they flow, and the more you trust, the smoother everything becomes. You might feel overwhelmed at times, not because something is wrong, but because everything is finally happening. Jesus is saying, my child. Do not be afraid of the change. This is the breakthrough you prayed for. Stay grounded, stay focused, stay faithful, because this moment is building the life you asked for. You are no longer waiting, you are living in the answer, and this is only the beginning. Now, everything begins to settle into something real. The breakthrough you experienced is no longer just a moment, it is becoming your reality. Jesus is saying, my child. I did not bring you this far for temporary change. I am building something lasting in your life. What once felt uncertain is now becoming stable. What once came and went is now staying. You may begin to notice progress that continues without stopping, results that feel consistent, not temporary, peace that stays even when small challenges appear. This is different from before. Before, things felt unpredictable. Now, things feel steady. Jesus says, my child. This is the foundation I am creating for you. A life that is not easily shaken. At this stage, your confidence becomes natural. You are no longer forcing belief. You feel it, because you have seen the change, you have experienced the growth, and that gives you strength. Jesus is saying, my child. Continue walking forward, stay humble, stay grateful, and stay connected to me. Even if challenges come, they don't stop you, because now you understand something deeper. Nothing can block what is meant for you. This is your stable stage, where success is consistent, where peace is natural, where growth continues. You are no longer chasing life, you are living it with clarity. Jesus says, my child. What you are experiencing now is only the beginning. There is still more ahead for you. Now, everything begins to feel complete. The success you've been experiencing is no longer just about results, it becomes peace, it becomes purpose. Jesus is saying, my child. I did not bring you this far just to succeed, I brought you here to live a life of meaning. You begin to notice a deeper shift. It's not just what you have achieved, it's how you feel inside, calm, grounded, certain. This is true fulfillment, not just having more, but needing less to feel whole. Jesus says, my child. When your life aligns with me, you don't just gain success, you gain peace. At this stage, your life becomes stable, your thoughts are clear, your emotions are balanced. You are not rushing anymore, you are flowing, you are not chasing anymore, you are attracting what belongs to you. Jesus is saying, my child. Now that you have found peace, I will lead you into purpose. You may begin to feel a calling inside you, to help others who are struggling, to share your journey and inspire someone, to bring light into someone else's darkness. This is not random, this is your purpose awakening. Everything you went through was preparing you for this moment. Jesus says, my child. Your life has meaning beyond your struggles, you are meant to impact others. And now, you are ready to live not just for yourself, but for something greater. This is where your story becomes powerful, this is where your life becomes meaningful. If you feel your life becoming peaceful, purposeful, and fulfilled, type Amen and continue walking in faith and light.